September Gray with September Gray Fine Art Gallery, and my connection is with bringing the collective art community together, the artist and the collector, so they're able to see extraordinary work by extraordinary artists, respect the work, collect the work, and just continue to learn why collecting is important and what's going on in the Atlanta art scene. So that's what I bring, is the visibility of the artist to the collector, and where we can all enjoy the work and help propel it to another level. It took on a life of its own. I've been a collector for 25 years. I truly love it, became passionate about it. Later in life, more so, went back to school to study art history, realized there was a gaping hole in my education with not knowing a lot of the African American artists that were here, and started educating myself and realized this was a lifelong passion, wanted to continue to collect, but also make the artists relevant and continue to support in any way I could. And the best way I could do that was to start working with the artists, opening a gallery and giving them that visibility. So I knew once I opened the gallery and saw the need, and continuing to educate the audience and share our story and our narrative, that this was just a lifelong passion that would continue and will always continue as long as I'm alive, and as long as the African American diaspora is here and we, our race, is here. We will continue to be relevant, and the art will be relevant. So it's a continuing thing that goes on through life as we're living, because life, of course, is reflected in the arts, and that's the most important part about why I do what we do, is reflecting who we are in society and the things that matter and what we've contributed and just who we are as a people. I don't look at it as a challenge. I truly enjoy it. I think it's a challenge for others that are not used, or they haven't been exposed to the arts and understanding the importance of collecting, but it's not a challenge for me. I just look at it as something I'm excited about, and I think it's relevant, and I'm just trying to help people understand the importance of it. So it's not per se a challenge, but I think that it's just a matter of exposing people to things that they haven't been exposed to before, and making them have an appreciation, or giving them an appreciation for it. You can't make someone appreciate something if they don't, but you can at least say, okay, this is what it is, this is the relevance of it, the importance of it, understand it, educate yourself, and then you determine if it's important. You determine if the work is important enough to collect. You determine if your history or what's going on in society and it's reflected in the art is important enough for you to say, I want to own this, I want this to be a part of my life, and what I do as I'm living is collecting this work by relevant artists that are creating the work. So it's not, I don't consider it a huge struggle. It's something I'm passionate about and I enjoy. But again, I think it's a struggle on the other side, understanding the art world, understanding the artist and the work and why they do what they do. I love it. I love seeing my life reflected in the art. I love seeing beautiful people. I love seeing the abstraction of things and the mystery of things and the mystery of life. I love the spirituality of it. I love how the artist can reflect so many things that sometimes words can't explain. The artist, they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So when I'm walking through my home or my gallery, I'm reminded of who I am in society. I am reminded of being a woman, of being a mother, a daughter, a sister, of my ancestors who came before me, my struggles as a human being. I'm reminded of what's going on globally. So it's just a constant reminder of life and that I matter. And it's reflected in everything that I do and who I am and where I go. So at the end of the day, the art and what I do is a reflection of who September Gray is and why I'm here. So at the end of the day, that's really what it boils down to, is knowing that I matter, and the artists are reflecting that in the work. So I love it. I love working with the artists. I love helping that collector grow and going on that journey with me, and showing me collectors, when they're collecting with me, they share with me as well, so I get an insight into their world and what they collect and what they find relevant. So to me, it's a beautiful thing, and I think that as long as you're living and you're alive and you have an appreciation for things that are beautiful and the life you're living, that's what matters.